Hey everybody, welcome back to WoW TBC Classic and our Blood Elf Paladin playthrough. Today we are going to be working on Lashtail Raptors, and we're also going to be fighting some of the Blood Scalp trolls that are infesting the region, because I'm pretty sure we need lots of stuff from these Blood Scalp trolls. My voice might sound a little bit weird today, and probably maybe for the next couple of days. My upper respiratory tract has become a factory for the production of all sorts of nastiness. In other words, I am getting a cold. Started with a tickle in the back of the nasal cavity that I hoped would go away, and has turned into a full-fledged cold. Yeah. Are you stealthed, or did you just respawn? I'm pretty sure you just respawned. We're gonna come down here a little ways where we know we can find some raptors. And then we have ruins back here. We could find more trolls. I think the raptors were pretty far to the south. Also, as a consequence of the cold, my brain probably isn't working as well as it normally would. And even working as well as it normally would isn't all that great, so I apologize if I say and do more stupid things than usual. Alright, sorry about that. My dog, sensed a human being in the neighborhood, or maybe a car drove by, and so he exploded. He exploded in a huge ball of barking and hysteria. He thinks it's his job to, alert us every time there's a person that he can see out any window of the house, or if he hears a car go by. Also a good reason to alert everybody. And yeah, I love dogs, but I will say, if you have a life that requires you to be on comms for work and stuff like that, you probably don't want a dog. Unless you get a really quiet dog. We didn't get a really quiet dog. We got a dog that ended up wanting to be a guard dog. Which is not really what I want. For obvious reasons. Doesn't seem particularly safe, but they're low enough level that none of the other ones are aggroing us. And I'm pretty confident that a raptor is not going to run away, so... I don't want to take on a 3-pull with a little one, though. That is not what I want to do. The dog barking is also a problem because I'm the kind of person that I don't like a lot of noise going on in my environment, especially noises that I'm not creating. So for instance, like if my neighbors are running lawn equipment all day or somebody's playing really loud music in the neighborhood, those things tend to cause a fair bit of anxiety for me. And yeah, a barking dog is like, I've found out, is like the penultimate anxiety noise. Like it's right up there with like sirens going off as far as like how it affects my anxiety. Which is kind of what it's supposed to do. Like you have a guard dog, it barks, you're supposed to be on alert, except when you have a dog that will bark at like every little thing, then you find yourself feeling on alert all the time. And for someone with anxiety issues, like feeling on alert all the time is really bad. It's not a fun experience to just feel alerted all the time. Okay, one more and then we will go hunt some trolls. Well, at least the one leashed. Could have been worse. Today is the 11th, and so today is a couple of things. Today we're going to have the name reservations this evening. That's going to be at 9 p.m. EST. So once I get that done, I'm going to throw up a quick video outlining our plans for the Season of Mastery for those of you who are interested in what we'll be doing and perhaps interested even in joining us. Look for that to come out. That'll also have some overall channel plans on like my planned cadence for video drops and stuff like that. Luckily, I've been finding a lot more time to get on and play recently. Hey, we got the Blood Scalp Totem. That seemed like it might have been a rare drop, so that's good. Yeah, I've been finding a lot more time to play recently. That has meant playing earlier in the morning than I typically would, and carving out time in the evening, so should be able to get quite a bit done during the Season of Mastery without forgetting all of our other playthroughs. And then today there also, for those of you who are interested, I guess a lot of information is going to be revealed about 9.2, so the next patch for Retail WoW. I want this guy out here, mainly because I don't want his 6 friends with him. Okay, well we got at least 2 friends. Do I want to deal with this? Not particularly. Not particularly feeling really good about this, actually. I feel badly about it. We're gonna drop them, and we're gonna come back with full health and mana. That would be the smart thing to do. And it might have even been what I did do if I wasn't talking. Okay, there they go. We have a decent amount of food and water still. Yeah, so 9.2, I don't know, but on the announcement graphic for the announcement, so they made an announcement that they were going to make an announcement. And on the background art for the announcement of the announcement is a map of Azeroth. Just the map of Azeroth as we know it today. Nothing new, nothing different. But that gives me hope that whatever they announce for 9.2 will be our characters returning to Azeroth and getting the hell out of the Shadowlands. As far as settings go, it has been my least favorite setting, maybe not just in WoW, but maybe in any game. And it's not because the zones aren't beautiful and the artwork isn't amazing. It's because nothing about the storytelling or the world building or the way the lore was implemented made me give a crap or feel anything for the Shadowlands. And I would really like in retail to return to the world of Azeroth that we've come to care about. You know, with the races that we care about, and not these throwaway Covenant races who exist in the afterlife, who were, let's face it, we're probably never going to see any of those characters again after the expansion ends. And like, in my opinion, they tried to use it as a means to talk about characters from our world who had died, like Draka. And they just missed the mark and missed the opportunity with all of those plot lines, in my opinion. Their story writers and character writers just aren't good enough to really make a lot of meaningful events come off well in the game itself. That's why they sell you tons of books. That's why everything gets explained to you by Noble on his channel. It's because Blizzard has been foundationally bad at expressing a coherent personal narrative of characters in their game world. And they didn't always try. That wasn't always what the game was about. And that was fine. Like in Classic, the game was about the story of the world, the story of the zones, and the stories of individual heroes was kind of far away. But they moved that. They shifted that dial and tried to tell these like super personal stories and have all these big cinematic moments. And basically tried to make their version of the MCU. But it didn't work, because the MCU was built up over more than a decade of character building and world building that they didn't put into their big lore narrative with the Jailer. They tried to retroactively put it all in. But yeah, it missed the mark. So I'm hoping that at some point today we will get an announcement for 9.2, and in that announcement we will learn that we are going back to Azeroth. That could be something that would make me interested in 9.2. At one point I said that I would probably never play retail again until 10.0. Barring very significant changes to the game's systems and their narrative direction. They've already announced a lot of changes to the systems. They've opened up Covenant so you can freely swap between them. I think Covenant energy is gone, or Conduit energy rather, is gone. And yeah, they've been making a lot of good system changes. All the changes that players have been telling them needed to be made since the alpha of Shadowlands, they've been starting to make those. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign. It doesn't affect me as much because I'm not currently playing retail. But it's great for those people who are. And so if they also take the narrative in a direction that I want, this case being back to Azeroth, then yeah, that's a patch that I might want to check out. So let's cross our fingers that we get something good today. We got 3 out of 9 Blood Scalp Tusk and 1 out of 25 Necklace. I feel like the necklaces we're going to be working on for a long, long time. What else can we do? We have Lashtail Raptors. that I don't remember where they were. Were they over here? Do we need elder tigers yet? Because we can kind of do all of this stuff. If we do in fact need elder tigers, we could take them on as we hunt some more blood trolls back here behind us. Yep, we are on elder tigers, and it was Shadow Maw Panthers, which I have a feeling the Shadow Maw Panthers are all going to be over here just because we found the bulk of young panthers over there. Let's take a look at this here, the Vile Reef. Long ago, a great shudder of the earth sunk an old troll city beneath the waters of the savage coast to the northwest. We call that place the Vile Reef, for murlocs now reside in the ruins of the city, attacking any who draw close. There is an old tablet among the ruins that tells of the ancient tale of Grillek, a hero of troll legend. The tale is sacred to the Darkspear tribe, and although the tablet is too large to move, I want a shard of it to enshrine in our new home in Orgrimmar. The Vile Reef. Is that down here? Oh, beneath the waters of the savage coast to the northwest. So back over here, potentially. Inventory is still doing it pretty good. Pretty good, can't complain too much. Maybe we should work our way over there and get that tablet. Seems like something we could do. However, as we consider that, let's go ahead and drink up. All I remember out here is like an island of water elementals. That's the problem I'm having. An old tablet among the ruins. Okay. Yeah, I remember a little island with water elementals and a goblin wandering around. I don't remember troll ruins, but maybe we'll head out that way and see. I'll say it's really nice to be at a level coming here when we can do young tigers, regular tigers, and elder tigers, and not have to worry about gaining levels, not have to worry about waiting. Yeah, waiting till we were level 35 was a good idea, and I'm gonna remember that for future runs. Alright, we also have Lashtail Raptors over here. We need these too, so this is actually really good. Good direction for us to have come. Obviously, the blood scalp stuff is going to take us a while. We're going to be killing them for some time if the amount of necklaces we need is any indication. I feel like we also need ears at some point. We're basically like, we're going to collect every single part of a troll, as gruesome as that seems. And it is gruesome. Yeah, we'll collect every parts of the troll. Ears, tusks, heads, necklaces, doesn't matter. We are an indiscriminate murderess for hire. And we'll do whatever we can to get experience and coins. We've been disarmed. It's weird for me that raptors are clever enough to disarm, but we do know that they are clever. They can open doors. I guess they could disarm us. We need 15 last tail raptors though. Like, will we get all of them in this little area? Probably not. We've also gone like quite a ways away from where I wanted to go. We're gonna swing through here, fight some raptors, and then I'm gonna mount up and we're gonna head up to the northwest and see if we can find this tablet thing. Don't really want to fight two of these. That disarm is huge. It's hurting our kill rate. Let's say that. It's hurting my brain as well. And my brain doesn't need any more trauma. Let's say that. Okay, there we go. Let's eat and drink up. We are getting kind of low. Tiger Mastery, we're not trekking. Let's turn off the necklaces, turn on Tiger Mastery so that has a little bit more visibility. Okay, down here we have like a bunch of two pulls, which we don't really want to deal with. Let me grab this guy over here. I kind of like the feeling of being able to wander all over the map up here, and no matter where we're wandering, we basically have guys that we need for quests. That's a nice feeling to have. By like level 40 or so, you start to feel the opposite. Especially in vanilla, where like, you would wander around an entire map and feel like you had nothing at all to do there. But yeah, I think that if we get a 9.2 announcement that takes us back to Azeroth, I will check that patch out with you guys. I didn't enjoy the Korthia stuff. The story parts felt rushed and just abbreviated. None of it really struck any resonance with me. Like, I didn't care. They got me to a point where I didn't care about Tyrande. I didn't really care about much that was going on. I definitely haven't cared about Sylvanas' storyline in a while. So yeah, nothing about it really pulled me in, but going back to Azeroth to face a threat there, whether it's the Jailer's ultimate plan or maybe something else has transpired, that would be fun. What I really want is like for the Jailer to go away and to never be spoken of again. I don't think we're going to get that like at the start of 9.2, but maybe by the end of 9.2 we will have completed that story arc. They've rushed so many great stories and like great character arcs and just basically ruined them by rushing them. This is one they should rush. Because nothing is going to be lost from the Jailer character by rushing through his story. I'm convinced that there isn't anything to the Jailer character. Like, that's what happens when you make up a big baddie, and then try to meticulously weave him into like over a decade of lore to have your current story even make sense. Like, you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to have a villain who you have to say, oh yeah, by the way, I know we haven't mentioned him before, but his hands are actually in everything that's happened up to this point. That's not rewarding for people. You didn't tease this villain. There were no hints. You can go back and like make up hints and say that things were hints. That doesn't make it so. It's not the same as actually planning that villain out over the course of 10 years. It isn't. It isn't. You can't retroactively build a character's decade-long history. We could probably go in here for a minute. Get some blood scalp kills in. While there's another player here to take some of the heat. Who are they anyway? What do we have? We have a human priest, so no, we can't give any buffs. Unfortunately. We can buff ourselves though. That would be smart. Are you going to be a caster? Probably. Oh, you ran into melee. I thought we needed one of these tablets over here, but maybe this thing is for a different quest. We're going to have to remember where that is. The Balal Ruins. Balal Ruins, okay. So if we ever need a stone tablet, we'll come back here, have a look around. Probably want to go ahead and heal up. I realize that for some reason... Now usually I keep these down here. Usually I keep these down here because they are much more visible to me when they're down here. Whereas if my health bar is hiding up there, I sometimes literally will not see my health. And I don't think I have it set to flash the screen red either. Respawn rate is kicking up here. Alright, we're going to head up the coast here, and we're going to look for these ruins. Here it is, the Savage Coast. This is the place beneath the waters of the Savage Coast to the northwest. We call that place the Vile Reef. Okay, let's mount up. We don't need any of these crocolisks. There are also... There's other enemies out here that we need later. Oh good! You dismounted us with your first hit. That is great. It makes perfect sense. Yeah, eventually we have a quest for these crystal spine basilisks. But nothing right now. Okay, please don't dismount us. Maybe somewhere by these ruins? Zuldai ruins discovered. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, beneath the waters of the Savage Coast. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I guess I have no idea where this is. And I basically despise underwater quest. I don't enjoy it. I don't like being underwater. I don't like how it looks. I don't like the controls. It's not fun for me. We have a troll village of some kind over here, but I doubt these are the ruins. Okay, yeah, apparently, guys, I have no idea where this place is. We are to the northwest. I mean, I don't see anything about the Vile Reef on the map or anywhere else. I also don't see any underwater ruins. Like, except for this little bit right here. Alright, well, probably ran out here for absolutely no purpose, and that was kind of what I was worried about. But yeah, if you guys know where this is, I would love to find out. I don't think I'm going to spend much more time looking for it right now. The good news is, we found the ruins of Zuldea, if we ever need that. And I don't know if I've ever been up here before. None of this looks familiar to me. That little village on the island doesn't look familiar. I feel like the furthest northwest I've come is to this larger island out here. Can I get up over here? I would love to maybe get back up to where we can get some raptors. Don't know if that's gonna happen or not. Let's try this. Oh, there we go. That wasn't too bad. We have all the Stranglethorn raptors we need. We needed some more lashtails. We also need some tigers. Alright, back on track here. We need 3 more of the Elder Tigers. We need a lot more Lashtail Raptors. Unfortunately, I guess like the easiest way to get us to go back to Azeroth would be if the jailer were like assaulting Azeroth, invading Azeroth in some way, which seems like kind of a lame plot thread to follow, but I would follow it just to go back to Azeroth. If they could refrain from introducing like any more borrowed power systems, and maybe if they could like delete the Korthian gear system from the game, that would be cool as well, or in some way make it outmoded. I really don't want to have to go back and farm anything from Korthia. give me a story I can play through that isn't tied to my renown level, just actually give me content to do that I can do at my own pace. Even if you want to release it like week to week, so if you want your story to play out week to week, you go ahead and release that every week through your patch. But don't make me grind some arbitrary power level in order to access your story. Because honestly, like, here's the truth of it. The story hasn't been good enough to make me engage with systems that I hate. It never really has, but there haven't always been systems that I've hated. But if you're gonna have all these systems that are just borrowed power that are gonna be deleted, that I have to grind, like, I'm never gonna enjoy that. And if you make me engage with some of those systems to progress your story, I'm just gonna opt out of your game, as I have. I can love the game and realize that your design is crap and totally opt out of it. Okay, food and drink, there we go. At first I wasn't sure if I was intending to go for all 15 of these, but since we're like deep in the area and we're already 10 through, we might as well finish up Last Tail Raptors. And we still, oh, we got our last tiger. Okay, that's good. So tigers are done. We can get the last Tail Raptor, turn that in down here at Gromgol, and then run back up to Nessingwary's expedition to turn in the others. Looks like we're going to have to buy some more food and water when we stop back in Gromgol. I'm going to try hard to remember to do that. I don't think we can get water at Nessingwary's camp. There's a vendor there, and I think they can repair, but I don't think they sell food and water. It would be cool if they did. And convenient, and that's probably why they don't. You'd think with all the Murlocs about really close to Gromgul that we would have been given a quest to deal with them pretty early on. They are rather close. They're as close as the Raptors. I mean, some of the Raptors are closer. Eating and drinking yet again. Oh yeah, we're plowing through both health and mana here on these encounters. Granted, these guys are level 36, so it's probably to be expected that they hit a little harder and take a little bit more to take down. But it hasn't been too bad. It hasn't made me want to switch back to Blessing of Might yet. Two more of these to go. Okay, that's 15 out of 15. Let's head back into Gromgul here. We'll turn these in. We'll grab some food and water. I think I'm also going to set our Hearthstone here because, yeah, right now our Hearthstone is set to Hammerfall, which is not going to help us down here if we want to get to a rested area quickly.
Strength and honor.
The defense of Gromgul. When we first arrived in this jungle, we did not intend to wage war on the local tribes. Our mission was to supply Stonard. Our mission to supply Stonard is of the highest priority, but complications have arisen. A local band of ogres has occupied the Mijah ruins to the southeast of Gromgul. Despite warnings, they continue to ambush our supply caravans. I am putting you in charge of dealing with these uncooperative ogres. Travel to the ruins and attempt to drive them from the area. And by drive them from the area, you mean kill 15 of them.
With honor.
Got it.
Our enemies will fall.
Bloodscalp Tusk, an unusual patron. Use the Gift of Nias near the altar of Nias to summon the water elemental. See, this is... I remember this.
Salama Ashalanore.
I remember the water elementals. But not the troll ruins or the tablet.
Makra. Go
Make this in our home. Alright, there we go. That looks pretty good.
Be safe.
And then all that's left to do is head north and turn those quests in and pick up the follow-ups.
Need help?
Here's the final challenge that I will put forth. We've been tracking an elusive tiger for weeks. We call the beast Sindal. See if you can do what no Blood Elf has done before. Hunt down and kill Sindal. Bring me her paw.
Be careful.
Hi.
And then probably the same thing here. No, he wants... Oh, no! Guys, we have to kill more Lashtail Raptors. I'm sure a lot of you knew that and were probably like yelling at me not to fight the Lashtails until I turned this in. I knew there was some kind of quest we could double up. And it was this one.
See you soon.
Okay, it's fine. It's only 10. Yeah, we could have done them at the same time. It would have been easier. We'll get more kill experience this way. So it's not the end of the world. We also have more blood scalps to take on. I think we are going to take a break though. I am going to hearth here and get some rested experience. Because yeah, we are just about at the end of our rested experience. Which is good because it means we've been active. But yeah, let's stock that back up. And yeah, call it here. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. And for all the support that you've shown the series. I really do appreciate it. So take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. We will see you back in Stranglethorn sometime soon. Bye now.